I think the most serious issue all of us face is we face a continuing budget crisis. It isn't going to go away. The pressure is going to be strong. And we have to adjust to those budget realities. And we still have to maintain the kind of capability which strategically can meet our defense requirements. Now, people often think of innovation, of ways to change. And that has to take place. But the core capabilities of U.S. forces, preserving them in a time when budgets are at a crisis level and will remain there, is the key goal. It is not to somehow find a magic wand. It's to keep the capabilities that keep our country safe. We have to really be careful about using our money. The other issue is a lot of what we're doing doesn't take account of real-world costs. We often think of sequestration. We think of the dangers and the problems that presents for defense planning. But if you look at the work of the Congressional Budget Office and other analysts, our failure to properly cost our forces has had as much impact on our ability to actually afford them as sequestration has. We need better programming. We need better planning. We don't have the luxury anymore of talking about strategy in general terms. We have to know it's affordable. We have to know we can actually implement it. Strategy has to be defined in terms of people, forces, modernization. And those have to be credible. And right now we're tied far too often to concepts, to budget items which don't relate to the mission, which don't really tell us how much capability we have. We need to do a lot better in these areas. Well, I think there is a message here, particularly for people in the reserves and the Guard. Under these kinds of budget pressures, the Guard and the reserves offer a far more affordable option in many areas. They're a way of preserving capabilities we'd otherwise lose. There are trade-offs we may have to make and debate between active and reserve forces. We may have to give up on the modernization rates within the Guard and reserves to keep the force structure. What we can't afford to do is to ignore the need to do this kind of planning, to debate these hard trade-offs, and make some choices which we actually implement.